Chapter 4. Naruto and his team entered the room for the first part of the Chunin test, all wearing similar clothes. As a supported decision by the small amount of clansmen he had, they had decided to wear similar outfits with their respective clan symbols on the backs. Neji and Kimimaro had the Kagaya symbol, a grinning skull dripping in blood, on their backs. Sasuke had the Uchiha symbol on his back. Naruto had all of the symbols. And all of them had the Otsutsuki symbol on their back, 6 Magatamas in black. Their colors were different, of course, more to what they liked. Neji's was a light tan. Kimimaro's was dark red like blood. Sasuke's was silvery gray. Naruto's was emerald green and his had 9 Magatamas and he wore a Magatama necklace. Anyway, they entered the room and immediately felt killing intent directed at them, but they brushed it aside easily and Naruto released his own, making everyone in the room pale in fear and a few shrink away. He scoffed, "Weaklings, the lot of them, don't you think, Sasuke, Kimimaro?" He saw a silver-haired genin's head whip up at Kimimaro's name and a grass nin's did the same and he marked them as Orochimaru and Kabuto. Sasuke spoke, "Please. If this is the best competition there is, I'll be sorely disappointed." Kimimaro smirked, looking at Kabuto and Orochimaru, yes, disappointed. The two, Snake and Assistant, narrowed their eyes at him and his smirk grew, turning into a knowing one, before he turned back to Naruto. "Let's find seats, shall we, Naruto-san?" "Yes, indeed." It was about 5 minutes later that someone got the courage to ask Kabuto what their information cards said about them, him having offered it to any genin who entered. He flipped through and found Sasuke's, Sasuke Uchiha, the last loyal Uchiha. Member of the Otsutsuki clan. Age, 13. Missions, 70 D rank, 5 C rank, and 2 A rank along with helping to kill the demon of the mist, Zabuza Momochi. Teammates, Kimimaro Kagaya and Naruto Uzumaki Namake's Kagaya Otsutsuki. A side note says that he has the fully evolved Sharingan and is actually an A-rank shinobi. Cue shocked gasps and a few teams muttering about leaving, but none actually doing it, yet. They would, if not for Kimimaro, then for Naruto. Kabuto moved to the next card, Kimimaro Kagaya. The last member of the Kagaya clan besides his teammate. Member of the Otsutsuki clan. Age, 15. Missions, 70 D rank, 15 C rank, 12 B rank, 20 A rank, and 6 S rank. Teammates, Sasuke Uchiha and Naruto Uzumaki Namake's Kagaya Otsutsuki. A side note says he is fully capable of using the Kagaya bloodline of Morphic Bones and that he's an S-rank shinobi. By now a few teams left muttering about monsters in the exams and not wanting to die today. Kabuto pulled out the last card almost fearfully, activating it with chakra and then reading through it and paling, "Dear God. A real monster." An impatient IWA Nin spoke, "Come on. Continue. We want to know who to kill." Kabuto cleared his throat, glancing at the disguised Orochimaru in fear as he prepared to read the card. Naruto Uzumaki Namake's Kagaya Otsutsuki. The head of the Otsutsuki clan and the most powerful of his clan. Said to be the reincarnation of the elder brother of the Sage of Six Paths, named Hamura Otsutsuki. Age, physically, 13, mentally, 1,557. Missions, 70 D rank, 50 C rank, 40 B rank, 27 A rank, 13 S rank, 1 SSS rank. Side notes. It says that he has the fully matured Sharingan, the fully matured Byakugan, and can wield the Kagaya bloodline trait with utmost efficiency. It also says that his father is the yellow flash of Konoha, Minato Namake's. He is the Jinchuriki for the 9 tails, and the last part is that he is a U-rank ninja with a flea on sight order. He has never failed a mission. Everyone looked at him to see him cleaning underneath his fingernails in boredom. He looked at them, what? 3/4 of the teams left just like that, not wanting to get killed, muttering about monsters and demons ripping them to shreds. Everyone else was pale and on the brink, except for Neji's team, who already knew. Even the Konoha genin were in shocked awe. You see, the Hokage had gone through some of their chosen memories and had given them ranked missions based on them, though not paid. They did wonders for their reputation. Sasuke had been working on missions over the time since he'd met up with the two brothers in his head. Everyone left sat down and there was a poof of smoke at the front. Alright maggots. Time to start the tests. Oh. They jumped through the forest of death, so aptly named, in search of Orochimaru. They'd gotten their scrolls long ago, but Naruto had seen some of Kimimara's memories of what Orochimaru had done to him to turn him into a mindless follower, and he wanted revenge. They were currently covered in the blood of a hell of a lot of IWA genin, every single one, because of Naruto's father, who had destroyed their entire army on his own in 3 minutes. They were still a bit sore over that. They also had the blood of multiple foolish predators through the forest on them as well. Naruto felt a huge gust of wind and a snake-like chakra, and he signed to the others. They nodded and used chakra to stick to the tree branch they were currently on, managing to avoid being blown away. Now, they had a plan made up. Kabuto would most likely try to lure Kimimaro away with the offers of the antidote to the poison that Naruto had long ago cured. Kimimaro would act like the poison was still paining him, and then he would follow and Sasuke would go with to get him away from Orochimaru and his curse marks. Kimimaro's own curse mark was just a source of power for him now though. Naruto had removed the bit of soul that resided in it when he'd made the blood bond. Naruto would be left to face Orochimaru and the other two would take care of Kabuto. So, when Kabuto appeared with a vial of blue liquid, Kimimaro's eyes immediately locked on it as he absent-mindedly clutched at his chest. Kabuto smiled. Yes, you know what this is. This is the cure to your ailment. Don't you want it? Come back to us and we'll cure you. Kimimaro made his face pain for a moment and dug his fingers into his shirt, going into a very convincing coughing fit. Sasuke looked at him. Don't do it, Kimi. Kimimaro looked at him and then trailed back to the vial as he clutched his chest tighter, before he took a step forward. Sasuke grabbed him. No. Don't do it. Naruto turned. Don't listen to them, Kimi. We can get the cure ourselves. Kimimaro looked at them and then the vial again and bit his lip, but it hurts now. It feels like I'm burning from the inside out. We can help you. Don't listen to them. Kimimaro shook his head and then jumped after Kabuto and Sasuke took chase. No, Kimi. Don't join them again. Orochimaru was laughing sadistically. Oh. Poor you. You thought that with his life on the line, he'd follow you. No. We'll give him the cure and then he'll be brought back and properly punished. Naruto sensed them out of his range and he smirked. No. Kimimaro's going to rip your henchman to shreds. We healed his heart and destroyed the poison when he first came to me, and he knows it. That was to keep Kabuto distracted and give me time to rip you to pieces. Orochimaru's face turned shocked and then angry. Damn you. He was my most loyal follower. You took him. No, you disgusting snake. He showed me what you did to him to keep him loyal. You disgust me. I'm going to kill you. I'd love to see you try. Oh. Once Kabuto was a pile of flesh and burned stuff, the two went back in the direction of where Naruto and Orochimaru had been and they heard a loud curse before Naruto landed in front of them. He got away. Damn it. I had just removed his arm too. He's gone? Yeah, let's just head to the tower. All right. Oh. Sarutobi called him into the Hokage's part of the tower after he'd eaten and gotten a good night's sleep. He appeared at the door and Sarutobi met him before he went in. Naruto, you're about to get a shock. I've already told your dad and he's quite livid, so feel free to summon him at any time, but I ask that you don't kill them. Naruto's head cocked. Kill who? Naruto, I just found out that your mother is alive, but, I'm sorry, she abandoned you, thinking you the fox right after Minato died, leaving a dead blood clone in her place. You have two half-sisters named Hakan and Jayla Uzumaki. They took the first part of the exam somewhere else because of a mission gone wrong. It had them late. They're in here. Naruto punched the wall in anger, leaving a dent and then speaking in a deadly cold voice that sent chills down Sarutobi's spine. They're alive? They abandoned me? Kushina was Kurama's container before me. She of all people should understand. Now calm down. She saw your eyes flash red right after the fox was sealed and then left you, thinking that you'd been possessed, and left for Kiri. Naruto's teeth started grinding and Sarutobi felt killing intent roll off of the boy in waves. He almost didn't want to be in the room when Naruto met his so-called family, but he didn't want them killed because that might cause a lot of problems unless it was in one of the battles. He gestured to the door and suddenly Naruto's anger dropped and his face became cold and dispassionate. His eyes turned to the unactivated Byakugan and Sarutobi saw him turn into his clan head mode. Kushina was fucked if Naruto was resorting to his clan head mode. Naruto opened the door, sweeping in with his robes billowing behind him and his hair flying free. He put on his best robes at Sarutobi's request, now he knew why, and he'd simply brushed his hair and left it down, excluding the bang that he kept in its bandages. Sarutobi closed the door behind them and Naruto looked at the three in the room with cold eyes and a blank face. The red-headed woman that had to be Kushina spoke. "We don't need a Hyuga, Sarutobi. I want my powerful son." Sarutobi flinched as he felt a wave of killing intent escape off of Naruto's completely still form. "Well, see, he's quite angry at you dash. Where's my powerful son? Where's that demon brat? I want to see what I can do with him. He'd make a good breeding machine if he got Minato's looks." Sarutobi whimpered as he looked at Naruto. "Oh dear God, please help us all. Now remember, please don't kill her." Naruto spoke in a clipped tone, his voice like ice and his eyes blank. "I will do no such thing. She is below me." Kushina looked at him with a glare. "Who are you?" "I want my son." He spoke in the same tone and now Sarutobi felt the depths of hell creeping up. "You have no son, Kushina no name. You left him to be crucified, beat, tortured, crushed, and eventually killed. No name? I am an Uzumaki." "Not anymore, you're not. You've all been shunned from the family by the Uzumaki clan head, who is the eldest Uzumaki male alive. That falls to me. You are no Uzumaki. You're a stick-up-the-ass, prideful Hyuga." Naruto's glare leveled on her, then his eyes transformed into the Sharingan, and then into the same blue as Minato's. "You are incorrect. My name is Naruto Uzumaki Namikaze Kagaya Otsutsuki, the only son to Minato Namikaze, the clan head of the Otsutsuki clan, Uzumaki clan, Kagaya clan, and the heir to the Namikaze clan, the position currently being held by someone else." Kushina's eyes widened in shock then anger. "You're not my son and there's no way you're that powerful." Then she lit up. "And you're right that the Namikaze clan is led by someone else, me being Minato's wife." "You are incorrect yet again." Sarutobi's body was shaking in horror. When people got like this, he'd seen it, and with Naruto's power, hopefully he didn't snap. "The position belongs to my father." He pulled out a three-pronged kunai and sent a pulse of chakra through it. Minato immediately received the call and appeared next to him in a yellow flash and he finished. Minato Namikaze, the fourth Hokage, recently returned from the dead. Kushina actually took a step back at this and Minato looked at Naruto, only to feel the same feeling of fear as the other Hokage. Naruto was cold, emotionless, his eyes chips of anger, and vibrating in restrained fury, barely restrained fury. He touched his son's shoulder. "I'll handle this, son. You can go destroy the troublesome mountain range 20 miles east of here." Naruto looked at him and then the red-headed family standing in shock in the corner of the room. "Yeah, I'll go before I do something I won't regret." With this, he was gone in a silver flash and as Minato stalked to his former wife, the entire ground shook multiple times. Loud cracking and explosions were heard and dust billowed into the room from the window. Sarutobi paled in horror. He actually destroyed the mountain range. Minato gave him a brief glance. Orochimaru's hideout was in the mountain and no one else lived there, so no big deal. He turned to the redheads. "You on the other hand." "Oh." Sasuke sat down next to Naruto, who had his face buried in a pillow and his long silver hair fanned around him. "What's wrong, Muchan?" His nickname for his friend, because of Hamura. He heard a grumble and then a groan and more mumbling and his eyebrow rose. "I can't understand anything you're saying." Naruto rose up, his eyes angry, before he spoke with venom in his voice. "I just found out that my dear mom wasn't dead." No, she abandoned me next to my father's dead body, thinking me the fox, and then ran away to Kiri, where she found a new man, so much for love, and had 2 daughters. Then she had the gall to return to try to make me a breeding machine for my father's handsome looks and my power level. Sasuke winced and then sighed. Ashura wants to take over my body for a minute and I know him, so whatever I do next was not me. His body fell still a moment and then lunged for Naruto and grabbed him tightly, speaking in a deeper voice than Sasuke's, Moraji. That's horrible. I know how much family means to you. Naruto sighed and then smiled at his nephew's enthusiastic smile and personality. It's fine, Shu. I think you've made my day. Ashura, because this wasn't Sasuke, spoke again. Indy wants to talk to. Sasuke Ototo says it's okay. Naruto chuckled and muttered Ototo? Before Sasuke, now Indra, spoke, forget about that bitch, Aji-san. If she really abandoned you, then she's not your family and shouldn't concern you. You've got plenty of family besides her and her 2 little brats. Naruto chuckled, now you've definitely made my day. You're right, both of you. Family means a lot to me, but she's not my family and I've removed her from the Uzumaki clan to boot. Indra nodded and then Sasuke shook his head. That felt weird, really weird, but I'm glad that they cheered you up. Thank you, Sasuke. You've cheered me up too by simply being here. It means a lot to me. Now, I'm tired and the prelims are tomorrow. Sasuke nodded and stood. Let's get some rest. Oh. That was pathetically easy. Naruto said as they walked away from the preliminaries. They had all been boring fights and, much to Naruto's relief, he hadn't been pitted against either one of Kushina's little brats. He'd seen them, but they were avoiding him. His father, well, he was his normal bubbly self. Naruto had actually woken up to find himself being used as a teddy bear by the blonde Hokage, not that he really minded. Now they had finished the preliminaries and they had a month to get ready for their fights. Shikamaru Nara vs Sabaku no Temari. Niji Kagaya vs Jayla no Name. Kimimaro Kagaya vs Haken no Name. Sasuke Uchiha vs Sabaku no Kankuro. Naruto Uzumaki Namake's Kagaya Otsutsuki vs Sabaku no Gaara. Sasuke nodded, that was boring. Honestly, I expected more. Kimimaro chuckled, against us? Did you really expect anyone to win? Naruto smirked, not really. I mean, I did destroy a mountain range yesterday. They both looked at him in shock and Sasuke's jaw dropped. That shaking was you? It was. I was quite angry and Dad told me to destroy the mountain range instead of people. Besides, one of Orochimaru team's hideouts was there. Kimimaro smirked, you utterly decimated it, I hope. I did. The mountains were turned to dust. And how did that happen? I went into tailed beast mode and used a few tailed beast bombs. Sasuke snorted, shoving his shock to the side. That would do it. By now they were wandering through the village towards Ichiraku, where they went for easy food. Kakashi saw them and gave an eye smile, coming over. Hey, I saw your fights. Great job. This was met with 3 snorts and 3 simultaneous 2 easies, before Naruto spoke. Hey Ero-sensei. What do you need? I still hate that name. I know you do. Kakashi sighed, alright, well, anyway, I have come techniques that I wanted to teach Sasuke before the finals. I was coming to offer training. I know that Naruto's got sensei and Kimimaro doesn't really need training that he can get from anyone but Naruto, but I've got some stuff I can teach Sasuke. Sasuke looked at him in interest. Really? Yeah. If you want it, meet me at Training Ground 7 in 3 days at 6. So 9. 6. I'll be there at 9. Thanks Ero-sensei. Kakashi groaned and glared at Naruto for the nickname before he was gone. Naruto's eyebrow rose. I am assuming that my darling nephews agreed with this? Yeah, something about a Chidori Kakashi-sensei knows. Ah, I've heard of that. Yeah, seems interesting. Oh. Naruto sighed as he sat in the Hokage's office with his feet propped up on the desk. So, you want me to go with Jiraiya of the Sannin to Lord knows where to find Tsunade of the Sannin so that we can get a better healer? Will I be back for the finals? Sarutobi nodded, yes. If you can't find her before then, you can come back to complete the finals. Why me? Because Jiraiya requested you. Really? Why? He's your godfather and he wants to teach you some things and give you the toad summons. He's my godfather? I've never met him in my life. He abandoned me too? No. Nothing like Kushina. He runs the spy network and honestly, I don't think that he wanted to be reminded of Minato, so he was scared. Then after a while, he was scared to approach you for fear of your anger at him never coming. He's been sending you presents for years. Naruto's eyebrow rose, Gamachan and that toad hat? Yeah, along with all of the weapons and the random food that appeared in your fridge. He'd send me money to buy it for you. I see. Then I can forgive him. Where is he? When do I leave? Does Dad know? Yes, he knows, but he doesn't think that there's much Jiraiya can teach you. It's most likely Jiraiya will try to teach you the Rasengan and offer you the Toad contract. Both useless. I know the Rasengan, the Hiraishin, and I have a summoning contract. Sarutobi looked at him in curiosity, with who? Why, my dear nephew. Your nephew? Karama. Sarutobi's eyes widened, you can summon the Nine Tails? Of course I can. How do you think I destroyed a mountain range? Though that was just tailed beast mode. I see. Well, 2 days. You'll have to find him, some kind of test, he said. Naruto pinched his nose, he's a pervert according to Dad. I'll go straight to the hot springs. Anything else? No, wait, yes. The Akatsuki are after you. So soon? Sarutobi had told Naruto about the Akatsuki when he'd gotten his full story. Yes. He sighed, there is one more thing. I've recently discovered that Danzo masqueraded as me and ordered Itachi to destroy the Uchiha clan. Before you hate Itachi for going along with such an act, it was because of Danzo's ultimatum. It was either Danzo kill the entire clan or Itachi do it and spare Sasuke. I suspect that Jiraiya's intel on the Akatsuki is from Itachi using crows to contact him, which is extremely dangerous. If Itachi is caught, you and I both know how it will end for Itachi. Naruto restrained his anger at Danzo and nodded with narrowed eyes, I will keep this in mind. If something were to come up and he was discovered, might I bring him back here and keep him at my compound until it's sorted out? Yes, but in secret. Understood. Thank you. May I tell this information to Sasuke? Sarutobi was silent a moment, do you think that he can take it? I do. Then do what you wish. Thank you. Oh. Sasuke collapsed to the couch with wide eyes, you're sure? He did it for me? Naruto nodded, I know, it's hard to take in. It must be terrible and I can't say that I understand, but I will tell you this. If he loved you enough to do that, you will never find someone better. I will also freely admit that he's a better man than me for what he's sacrificed for you, his beloved Ototo. Sasuke stared at his hands with shocked eyes, before he finally spoke in a cracked voice, I've wanted to kill him for years. I've been training too, and he did it for me, all for me. I would have killed the only family member left of the Uchiha clan, the one who truly loved me, for no reason, the wrong reason. Don't keep striving for him. Strive to match him so that you can be strong. Train to beat Danzo. I will do everything I can to get your brother back into the village so that you can have him, but that is the best I can do. And no, that's enough. Thank you for telling me this. Naruto grabbed Sasuke's shoulder and spoke in a gentle voice, hey, you're strong. You can overcome this. Yeah, you were going to kill him, but now you won't because you know the truth and that is all that matters. He stood, I'll leave you. Sasuke nodded, good night. Naruto left. Sasuke spent the night awake with tears streaming down his face.